Hey everyone, I wanted to talk to you today about creating a career materials folder. I know I mentioned it earlier. I wanted you to see what it looks like. What we're seeing right here, this is actually my Google Drive as it appears on my desktop. You see right here. I like to use Google Drive. It could be any cloud drive, but I like it because I can access it from any computer, any phone I have, anything like that. And um, when you need to send maybe a resume or a cover letter off in a hurry, it's really great to have that handy access. So I wanted to show you some of the things that I have in my folder. Um, this is, of course, a career materials folder for someone who is in education. So I have things like classroom observations, in which instructors come and observe me. They make comments on what I did right, what I could improve on. Same thing, course evaluations. These are from students, what they thought of my class. And this is something that, if applying for a job, I may need. Having it all in this folder saves me from digging around. Courses taught. I have a Excel file with a list of the courses. This one here is for a specific job that I was applying for several years ago at Colorado State University, and they had a specific way things were sent to them, so I pretty much customized that. CV and resume. So here's where I keep all those. And if you notice, I have a Word file and a PDF, Word file PDF. I like to send the PDF when I'm submitting a resume just because it can't be messed with. It can't be text and it can't accidentally be deleted. Other thing to notice here, um, I have one for each year, 2013, 2014, 2015. So each year I update my resume, but I save a copy. I create a new one, just in case sometime I may need to go back here and see what was on that. Um, and then also notice here, these are my CVs, my curriculum vitae, and we'll talk about those in another section. This is the specific resume. They're both types of resumes. This one is for academia in the United States anyway. This is for regular job hunting. And I'll show you some of mine later on. Diplomas, I just keep copies of my diplomas in case somebody wants to see them. I have had places ask for them. Samples of graded papers I need to show as if I'm applying for a teaching job. Um, Papers that I've graded, so there's all the same assignment, just different versions or different grades on them, excuse me. Job search, I keep I create an Excel file. I can open this up real quick to show you. Um, I was applying for, we were looking at moving to Colorado. So what I did was I created a list of all of the colleges in Colorado that I could find. And then I determined where we were going to live. And so I weeded out the ones that were too far away. Right? And I did know where they were, just in case later I came back and said, yeah, we want to move to Denver instead of the Fort Collins area. CNM is not a Colorado school, but it was in at the time that I was applying for jobs. It was there. So the schools that we have here, CSU, UNCO, Front Range Community College, etc. I have their web address, so I can easily go there. I have the action application packet sent. So here I emailed Dr. Sarah Allen. So what happened there? The date that occurred, and then the status. So CNM offered me some classes, which was cool, but it wasn't in Colorado. And then this other information. So this is just a good way to keep track of things. And as you are heading out there, when you're finally looking for a job after graduation, you're likely going to have a pretty long list. This is a good list too to start now as you're looking at job postings. Where's a place I would like to work, and add those in there like that. Put in their web address, put in information about them. So job postings, it was just, I've only got one in there. Letters of recommendation. Somebody writes you a letter, and if you happen to get a copy of it, which often you don't, good idea to hang on to them. Those are just some generalized ones. Letters to employers. So these are all letters that I have written to various employers. These are job cover letters. I keep those because sometimes I like to go back and steal from them. Right? some good information. Need to change out the name of the company and the job, obviously some of the skills, but that base there saves me some time. New career ideas. So when I was thinking about looking for a different type of job, I had some ideas here. Professional development. So any type of professional development certificates that I get, and I just got a new one to add in there actually. It's just a list of every place I've lived in my entire life. I don't know why it's in here, but it is. So I keep my skills lists, and we've talked about those already. Copies of the syllabi for different classes I teach, because that's something that's asked for in job application materials. Same thing with teaching demos. Same thing with teaching philosophy and diversity statement. Those are all things that are asked for. Transcripts. Just about any place you apply for is going to ask for transcripts. And I just use advisement transcripts. Be aware that transcripts cost money. And places will say, we need to have your transcripts. Well, you can send them advisement transcripts when you initially apply. If they want to hire you, then you can have an official copy sent to them. Again, it costs money. So if you're applying for 20 jobs, you don't want to have to spend, I'm not even sure what it's up to now. Even if it's like 10 or 15 bucks, it's a lot of money for something that you might not get. Where do I want to live? So I have my list there. And then I changed my name a few years ago when I got married. So I keep copies of all of my old materials in there. Anyway, this is all in one handy to find folder here, and that I highly recommend. You give them names that you are going to understand what they mean. All right, so that's that.